Hey, haven't you been wanting to start a podcast?
Yeah, but doesn't it take a lot to make one?
Well, let me tell you about Anchor. It's free, and it's the easiest way to make a podcast. On top of that, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
Oh, that sounds amazing. But doesn't it take a lot of work to put my podcast on different platforms?
Actually, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more.
That sounds fantastic.
On top of that, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So it's everything you need to make a podcast in one place.
So where do I get started?
Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome back to another episode of the Convoluted Podcast. It's your host, Liz, and I'm here with Tyrant, Dominus, aka Jesus.
What's up?
And if it's your first time listening, we hope you follow or subscribe. It's free, and you can always unfollow or unsubscribe. So let's get into the episode. Happy Valentine's Day, or Singles Awareness Day.
The day where we're recording this.
Yes.
So it's already passed. Hope you had a good one. If you were sad, then hope you had an enjoyable day too.
Yes, it should be all about yourself. You guys should be loving yourselves.
Exactly. And I think this episode's going to be about just trying to respect yourself as much as possible. On top of that, happy Black History Month.
Yes.
Yes. I almost forgot about it. But I was reminded.
Can't forget about it.
Don't worry. The internet will never let anyone forget about anything.
New TV shows or any of your businesses that you use.
Like everything. Everything. Like it's not like I was wanting to forget. It's just been so busy. I think both of us have been extremely busy. A lot of changes in a background. But for February being such a short month, so much has happened. And
hold up, take that back, because on the 1st of February, the actual national groundhog died before Groundhog Day.
Oh, yes. You did mention that. If he's dead, are we like in eternal winter now forever?
I don't know. Apparently there's a groundhog that replaced him, so I don't know. I think he said he shot a shadow, so we might have 6 weeks more of winter.
Oh my god, I can't. Are we so much more winter?
I was just looking at my year behind from Facebook. Remember last year we had that nasty winter storm?
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Nasty ice storm. It actually canceled Ursula being online in class.
God.
Pretty bad.
Okay.
So you're still getting over the...
So yeah, let's do a little quick catch up on everything. So it's been since at least the episode, because the episode was recorded a while ago. It's been about like a week and a half to 2 weeks since I've been quote plague free / COVID free, whatever you want to say. But yet I still have this horrible cough. So if you hear me like absence for a little bit, it's because I'm muting. I do not want to like ruin your guys' ears with my coughs. And at this point in time, it's time for me to see a doctor about this. It's not that I'm against doctors. It's just I don't want to pay exuberant amount of money for stupid
But you
reasons.
guys have union insurance. You guys should
Yeah,
have.
no, I'm not denying I don't have reasonably good insurance. Like that's one of the fortunate things I'm glad I have. It's just like I don't usually go to the hospital unless I'm like
You don't need to go
reasonably
to the
sick.
hospital. Go to
You know
like
what I mean?
urgent care.
Doctor. You know what I mean? The doctors. I don't need to go to the doctors. I'm one of those people that if I'm not dying, I'm not going to the hospital, okay? So,
And like your life's like me, who has to be careful of everything and anything from here on out.
so, but yeah, for the most part, I've had this like reasonably horrible cough. It's a lingering cough, but it's like one of those ones that just when it hits you, it's one of those coughs that you want to throw up from at the end. And it's been so frustrating, and it's been ruining kind of my resolutions, I would say, because what we talked about earlier in the year kind of been messing that up a little bit. I've been trying to quote be a little bit healthier and more on top of like vitamins and just overall health wise and stuff like that. And
You tried alpha-lipoic acid or turmeric? I heard recently those really help.
I've done a lot of things. I've done not the whole shebang, but I've done a lot of like little like the remedies, whatever. Like, well, what are they? Old housewife remedies. I think that's what they used to be called. Yeah, those. I tried a bunch of them, a bunch of Hispanic ones. I've even tried the classic one. If you guys haven't had it, you guys ready? Tequila, honey, and lime.
Oh,
What?
have you done the Mucuna honey then?
I don't know. I just had honey, and
Mucuna is like the better of the honeys. If you're really sick, that's the best one to have. I know there was one we did one time. It was a shot that was supposed to help us be like more better from sickness, and it was hilarious because my brother-in-law, my soon-to-be brother-in-law at the time, my sister's boyfriend, all had this shot, and it was all pretty gnarly. Everybody was like, ugh. I'm like, whatever. And like, kind of powder. It was like a chili powder in it, honey, and a couple of other things. I think apple cider vinegar at one point in there too.
So yeah, that's where I'm at currently as far as the day of Valentine's, and hopefully I'll have something a little bit more not solidified. It's just something more. I don't know. I hate this cough and it's bugging me. It's like horrible. It's ruining my life at the moment. But yeah.
I'll apologize in advance for all the noises in the background. If anybody hears anything, my brother is annoyingly over in the hallway and in my mom's bedroom now.
So how have you been?
Stressed the fuck out. Mentally, emotionally, physically, everything in between. I am so done. Work has been crazy busy. We just learned a new process on Thursday, so I'm still getting that nailed down for work. My brother has mentally gone off the deep end, and I have been verbally abused every day when I come home from work. It's been a fun trip, y'all.
You out of your mind!
Sounds like him.
Oh my God, that's bonkers. I'm not gonna lie. That's a heavy stone to push. And I sadly don't have the sound clip. I have a bunch of new sound clips I've got, and I haven't added it. But wow,
shame on you.
Bruh. I'm sorry. But yeah, it sounds like your life is, I think I've said it before, a roller coaster at the moment.
Hurricane with no direction.
Oh, that's a better one. There you go. Or is it?
I know, right?
Oh. But yeah, it sounds like you've had, because you recently, okay, so the recording schedule, I'm trying to think. It's been a while since we released the last episode because we recorded it before you had to leave for a trip. So you've been doing a lot, like as far as we mentioned. We tried to go for it.
That trip was insane. I told you, right? Like it was. I woke up in the morning. It was canceled.
So you mentioned a couple things. If you want to say anything about it, go for it.
So guys, everybody, we wake up 6:34 in the morning, I look over at my phone, and the airline says your flight has been canceled this morning at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I get up, I look over at my mom. She's already on the phone with the airlines, trying to find a way to us to get somewhere to the Midwest, down to our destination, New Orleans. Oh my God, guys! I'm not gonna lie, that was a busy, crazy day. By the time we found a flight to get us to Chicago, and we were supposed to be on standby, my sister had to correct that. We got on that thing. We only had about an hour from the time we got told we were gonna be on this flight. We'll go all the way to the airport. Got onto the plane. We got there, no problem. We're on the plane to New Orleans. We had to do ice because of the winter storm. Well, the captains ran over. We had a deplane. We were waiting for it to see if there's captains anymore. There's no captains. We had to stay in the hotel, which they vouched for us, so we didn't have to pay for it. And then
that shit.
We didn't get to bed till after 1 o'clock Chicago time. We had to be on a flight at 7:40. You bet your ass we were up at 5:30, 5:15 that morning.
Bruh.
It was a very long day, guys. We had a very short trip.
You had one of those like movie adventures where you're like running around at the airport, like those scenes. That was your life.
That was pretty much. You remember Home Alone where they're like scurrying from the airplane, from plane to plane? That was my life, y'all. That was my life.
Man, and that was just the beginning of your weekend.
Yep. It was a bachelorette weekend, y'all. So yes, you bet my sister got drunk. I stayed sober, mama.
I got no sad one.
My name is Jeff.
Oh wait, I do.
Exactly.
But overall, how was the trip?
It was good. I wish it was a little bit longer. She was. I think New Orleans has got a lot of history. It's got a lot of architecture. It has a lot of ambiance to it. The creepy vibe. You name it, because you got a lot of dead ghost stories, which I did do a ghost story, which was cool. So it was trip. It's too quick though. I wish it was longer.
Aren't all trips too short? Yeah, I feel you there.
I know.
So, but yeah, I'm about to take vacation up soon, but that's a story for another time. So let's kind of jump into some of these things. Let's see here. So where should we start with first? It is Black History Month. Let's do a little news in our community. That's funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just showed him a passed out picture of my penis ring candy.
Okay, I was like, wow, look at things have been revealed.
Bruh.
Liz has a penis.
Dun dun dun.
Oh. Do I have anything? No, I don't have any other sound effects. But yeah, so it is Black History Month, so let's do a little bit of some news stories involving our fellow man and women, and in between, apparently.
So you gotta count those two people.
Count them as two people. Count them as two people.
Count as people.
No, I am not. I'm not counting them as two people. They are a single individual.
I did not mean it like that.
They are not.
It just came out wrong.
Bruh.
Okay, they have the same right. They're individuals. I am not giving them the right to say them.
It was an accident, okay? I'm not hexing them either, okay?
Oh God! Now she's hexing the LGBTQ community. Oh my God! She's just not stopping. She's on a rampage.
You out of your mind!
Yeah.
Sounds like it. She is at the moment. I'm sorry, audience. Be careful. She's out for us now. But so yeah, let's talk a little bit of some of the stories of the ridiculousness where people like try to do something like actually like very like I understand the sentiment, but sometimes it can go really bad. With this story, where a Houston bus company attempts to honor Rosa Parks and has backfired spectacularly. And I was about to read the article, but it's behind a paywall, so F them, and I'm just going to use Twitter.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you can't do it. You have to.
Sucks.
So, it's fine, because then I can read the Twitter comments and see how bad people are pissed about it.
Yes.
Because, man, people are pissed. Like, so the original idea was, so they were trying to honor her by putting up this like yellow seat with her name at one of the the seat right behind the bus driver, if I'm correct. And I understand the idea behind it, you know. But I don't know, that's just a little much, you know. It's a little much.
I think they could have done better ways of doing things.
There's a lot. And on top of that, the thing I was reading through all the comments is like how many people like actually black individuals are remembered and recognized. Like Rosa Parks is one of the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like she's one of those people. But there are so many others that are like overlooked.
Yes, I agree.
Let me go through the comments because even I don't know them. But could you name one off the top of my head besides like the major ones? Just like one obscure one that you know.
Frederick Douglass.
And what did they do?
I believe he was a peanut farmer.
I do know. I knew about that, but not like I don't remember. I don't think I knew his name, but I knew he was the guy who made peanut butter. Because I remember that fact that a black man made peanut butter. Let's see here. The comments are crazy. Wow, these are old. Okay, there's just a lot. But yeah, there's a lot. Companies, like, I understand companies are trying to be respectful and trying to, like, this is the month that people do a lot to, what's the best way to put it? To showcase black individuals. We're doing it too. But it shouldn't just be a 1 month thing. It's one of those things that said a lot. And there's more than specific individuals. Like, there should be a lot more.
Yeah.
But yeah, this company did not do a good job showcasing. I don't know. They just I don't know what you can do. Like it's hard. Like right now in this
age.
In this day and age, you can't. There are certain things you can't do. You probably could. I'm trying to think. Could they have gotten away with this 5 years ago? I'm trying to think.
Maybe.
No,
Maybe a little longer. Maybe about 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I think it would have been safer.
Yeah, like about 10 years ago, this would not have blown out of proportion as much. But yeah, in this day and age, companies have as much as they want to try to do stuff like this. They got to be very, very careful when dealing with this.
Agree.
So, but yeah, like I understand what this company was in, but now this is not the way to do it. So
yeah.
And I can't find any reasonable comments. It's just a bunch of hate comments. So I do not want to go through these. I should have saved some better Twitter ones. But let's continue. What's up? Some good ones. Let's go kind of a little backwards with the. There's two specific stories about the plague that I wanted to talk about. One good one and one bad one. Let's start with the good one and leading into the bad one because it's a lot better that way. Because so apparently Denmark is declaring that that in their country that the plague is no longer poses a threat to society as far as their country is concerned. Wow. But yeah, and they're about to end.
Where is that article at? Trying to look for it.
It is right around. I'm trying to find it. I think it's above the bras.
Of the bras. Let the titties hang loose.
That's what people are going to be doing today. Where are they? Not the titties. The article. Where is
Oh, there it is. I see it. Yes.
Okay. So yeah.
I found it.
So the prime minister is also as of recording this, they ended their restrictions on the 1st of February. So they are pretty much at, if you're trying to read it, that you can't. I'm just gonna use like context clues. But yeah, they are like getting away from that. Yeah, that's great. That just means their country was able to get to a point where they are no longer need these restrictions and stuff like that, and are able to kind of go back to some sense of normality. And that's kind of what I was hoping for one day.
Well, they talking about it. OHA has started talking about removing the mask from schools on like April 1st.
From schools? Yeah, from schools. I
don't know about hospitals or other locations. Yeah. See how this goes.
The only place I would honestly would say for sure masks are key, besides like healthcare facilities and stuff like that. Like as far as like the public is concerned, I would say like food establishments, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only thing. Yeah, anything that serves any food and drink stuff. That's what I would say is like that would be my have them wear it, right? Besides that, like as much as I've been actively using it a lot more since I don't want to like cause any trouble for my team. I've even double masked just to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
And it has sucked with this stupid cough. I'm not gonna lie, but I suffer for just so I don't have to worry about my team getting sick, because I don't want them to suffer as much. Plus, a lot like 2 of them have children too, so I was like, oh, I forgot to even mention my little nephew ended up getting the plague.
Oh, poor guy.
The little man was suffering, and actually he only suffered for 2 days, and then like a champ, is like nothing happened to him. Like I hate him now. I push him over every once in a while. Like I hate you.
Oh, yeah, but it's so sad. I mean, because he wasn't capable of age to get it.
He was like for 2 solid days. For 2 solid days he had that, like he kind of did what I did. He was like suffering through the heat, the sweats and all, the fever.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing we just thought he had a fever, like he had a cold or something, just like a simple thing. And like the day after that one night, he just had this like that moment when you have fatigue and stuff. He's just like, I don't want to do anything. Leave me alone.
It's just so sad.
And we were like, I think he has the plague. And my mom's like, nah. And she's the one suffering too. So it took forever to do a home test on him because he was struggling. For as much as he was like fatigued and stuff, man, that kid can throw a fight when fatigued. But we were able to get the test to like be able to get whatever samples he needed for the test to work. And after like a good solid 15 to 20 minutes waiting, he has it. So we try to rearrange everything to better situate the situation as best you can. You can only do so much for the thing. And during the second day, it was kind of the same like day 2 of the same thing. Day 3, his mom, my sister, like takes him to the hospital because she's extremely worried. More so, moms. You're really worried. My mom's like, don't worry, he's okay. We've got him. But my sister just overprotective, normal. Takes him to the hospital. Do the thing, and just said they apparently tell him like, here's like they just tell him to just do I'm not gonna say exactly because I can't remember and I don't want to
probably just ibuprofen, Tylenol, cold compresses,
baby Tylenol or whatever. Yeah, probably, yeah. So exactly kind of like my mom said. So when they came back, it's one of those things like, I told you so. So it's one of those things. And
But
like,
it's just that that worry, that precaution. I mean,
oh
granted, if
yeah,
it was my kid, I'd be the same way. Like, oh God, how do I
oh yeah,
protect him? How do you keep him comfortable? And even though I know it would be the same routine of that, but just to make sure they're gonna be okay. I mean, get the
exactly.
doctor's, like thing going. Hey, oh yeah, he's got a mild case of this, or he's got a medium case. Okay, well, if he doesn't break this fever by such and such a date, and he exceeds 100, come back and see us. At least that is already in the works, and they have to take care of him. And he's off for coughing.
No, you're good. So, um, so yeah, then after like one more day, kind of just this we'll call it day 3 of him just kind of his fever kind of gone down, him just kind of laying about and everything. After that, he was like nothing happened to him. Like day 4 or 5 onwards, he's like a champ. And that's when I start pushing him around because I'm mad. I still have the stupid cough. But yeah, he's fine now. So, like he got through it, but you never know. But yeah, it sounds like exactly Denmark is all the way there.
Yeah,
Good for Denmark.
for them.
Okay, and now the other news concerning the plague is apparently T-Mobile is about to fire any unjabbed corporate employees starting the April 2nd. So
I
that's
get
a
it.
big
I
move.
get it.
That's a big move.
Yeah, it is, but I get it too. Your corporate people are the one who are like constantly traveling to get things business. You always have business meetings. I think that is something you have to be precautionary. If you have somebody who's always constantly traveling, just like getting a malaria shot before you go to somewhere where it's highly contagious for malaria. You don't want to get malaria, obviously. So you would do the same thing. I mean, I get it from that perspective. I mean, you're traveling, you're going to be exposed to a lot of people. All
I'm
that.
just yeah. So going with the article, it says here that T-Mobile will fire corporate employees who aren't fully vaccinated against COVID-19 by April 2nd, reports Bloomberg. The carrier confirmed that the deadline after the outlet obtained internal emails in which Deanne King, T-Mobile's chief human resource officer, said the company will put employees who have gone out and only gotten one dose on February 21st on unpaid leave. T-Mobile's quote, this is a statement, quote, T-Mobile's badge control offices continue to be accessible only to those who are vaccinated against COVID-19, and we have shared with employees that are required office workers to be fully vaccinated by April 2nd. A spokesman for T-Mobile told what is it? Engadget, the site we're reading this from. We understand that this is a deeply personal decision for some employees, but we believe that taking this step will put us in a best position to protect our T-Mobile community. And I understand that, you're trying to do your best to, like I said, so similar to what I said. Like I do my best so I don't have to affect the rest of my team. I don't want to go through that.
Yeah, we had a pharmacist who caught the plague too, using one of our rapid tests that we have available to us, and he tested positive. He stayed out for 5 days. That's right now the CDC quote unquote safety thing for them to come back to work, but we are short staffed. Again, that's what happens. He was double masking, wiping everything down, making sure he was like nobody with COVID. So, I mean, the plague.
Whatever. I said it a couple times, but that's what the article says. But yeah, it's one of those things like this is one of the probably not one of the first companies, but it's one of the ones I've first seen in a while, like big corporate companies that are like, hey, this is what's happening, and it's big. Mostly if you're up there on top and you're one of those people who do not want to do it. Like, are you willing to risk your position and financial survivability? Yeah. Oh, there you go. Better well-being, financial well-being for not getting it. So yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, you have to think about all of the hospital staff have to be up on their shots due to the fact that, you know, we see those cases day in and out, high risk of us getting it. You know,
Exactly.
if
So,
the hospital has to do it, then I can't understand why some corporations couldn't just do it for themselves too.
true. Let's kind of move to another stupid story. The one you put about the fentanyl.
Fentanyl?
Yeah.
Let me go to that one. Roughly
Okay.
100 bags of fentanyl were found in the bedroom of a 13-year-old who died from presumed fentanyl exposure at his school.
At school?
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
13 years old, that sucks to be losing a kid at 13.
Yeah.
With fentanyl. Police recovered about 100 bags of fentanyl from the bedroom of a 13-year-old who died after a presumed fentanyl exposure at a school in Hartford, Connecticut. 40 bags of fentanyl were also removed from the teen's school, according to police. Both set of bags were packaged the same way and marked with a similar stamp, according to the press release by the Hartford Police Department. The young teenager died on January 15th, 2 days after he was found unconscious of a presumed fentanyl exposure at the Sport and Medical Science Academy. Two other male students, also seventh graders, also came in contact with fentanyl at the same time, were taken to the hospital and later released. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy how some of these harder drugs are getting to the streets and gonna be causing a lot of overdoses and potential for death. So
It's a sad, stupid.
it's very sad.
Like, how did it end up in there? Like, it's like I don't understand people sometimes. It's just so fucking stupid. When like there's so much, it's not like there's propaganda like there was for like weed. Because what was
Opioids.
some of what was like some of the old propaganda for weed? Like if you smoke weed, you're gonna like kill your mother or something. Or
I remember.
there was like
I
like a lot.
remember the DARE program. It was the DARE program. Just
Yeah,
go
it was
with
the DARE
that.
program. Yeah, it was the DARE program, and there was like a lot. And actually, I'm not gonna lie, that propaganda worked on me for the most part. Like, there's one of the reasons I've never really took up like any illicit drugs, uh, because for the most part they work. Propaganda has worked in multiple different occasions, but sometimes not saying propaganda, but sometimes there are factual things with some of these like harder drugs like fentanyl that like I don't know why you're willing to risk that like this. Like it's not like some crazy like what's a party drug like LSD. I'm trying to think. I'm honestly trying to think. I'm not really a big drug person. Cocaine.
Heroin.
Yeah, is all
Opioids.
all these like party drugs. Like when like there is overdosing with them. But I don't remember exactly what does fentanyl actually do.
Fentanyl is
you
a
know?
pain medication that we give out to people who are in severe pain. Fentanyl is used mostly for cancer patients. There's fentanyl patches out there. And we have fentanyl like IV shot to be delivered in IVs. Fentanyl is something we use for delivery too. It's used part of delivery too because you have a lot of pain that mothers go through. So fentanyl is a really high strong pain medication. It's again, it's not something we use frequently. It's like used as a last resort. It's used we don't
It's
ever.
like more for as far as like recreational as best I can put it. So it's more like a number, like numbs you.
Like any like if anybody's on
Like a
oxycodone, it's an opioid.
like a downer. It's a downer.
Yeah, it's a downer. So you're on the same concept of downers, but it's highly stronger. It's highly more effective, but it also can cause a lot more problems. We're looking at respiratory like decreasing. Sometimes we give it as to end of life patients because they're uncomfortable. They're struggling to breathe. So we're gonna help ease that transition. It's sad as it is, but it's the truth. I mean, do you want to be feeling every bit of your pain of you trying to breathe in and breathe out, and your heart just slowly dropping its beats? I mean,
I don't
that's a
know.
lot.
I think I would actually. I would.
I would like to be in a peaceful, like, oh, I don't feel
Nah.
any more pain. I'm gone.
I say that
But-
now, but the moment it happening, like, "Oh, give me the drugs, finish me off." But yeah. Oh God, kids, man, kids, fucking stupid.
I know. I just feel sad for the mom who now no longer has a kid.
Let's talk about people who should be adults, but surprisingly still act as kids. We talked something similar to this about a couple, like probably last year, about art being ruined. So a piece of art, a painting worth £740,000 has been destroyed after a quote bored security guard drew eyes on a faceless figure depicting in an art at the Russian gallery on his first day on the job.
Are you shitting me on the first day?
On the first day, okay, so on his first day on the job, the security guard had drawn two pairs of eyes with ballpoint pen on the artist Anna Loporsky, three figures, which was painted roughly between 1932 and 1934. It doesn't matter. Anyways, that's how it looks like. Creepy. So the painting was defaced by a security guard who has not been named, but it is believed to be a 60-year-old, older person. Okay.
Jesus, 60-year-old.
60-year-old still acting like a
Child
child.
mentality.
Oh my God! Did you see the math? So what we're looking at is the original image. I can see art is subjective. I would not have this as art in my house, but I can see art. It kind of looks like something I would have drawn in kindergarten, honestly.
Yeah.
But whatever. But then you kind of see the googly eyes.
Yeah.
Oh God! Two visitors enjoying the art exhibit called "The World on Non-Objectional: The Birth of the New Art." Wait, the painting, which was on loan. Oh, it was on loan. Oh. The painting was okay. So
Shit.
it was on loan from the state of Tarkov Gallery in Moscow, which was damaged by the security guard after he said to have become bored on his first day. He has since been fired. No. The identity of the I don't care about that. CTTP. The work has been sent to Moscow Gallery the next day and was inspected by the art restorer. Oh yeah, there we go. The art restorer. Hopefully this one's a lot better than the other art restorers out there.
I know, right? Remember that?
So it roughly costs. Man, that's a lot, man. So
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a lot of money.
But yeah, it's a lot of money for ballpoint pen eyeballs. So roughly it costs roughly 2,500 pounds. I don't know what American is, but it's a lot just to fix it, just to get rid of the ballpoint pen. It costs 2,500 pounds, and probably I think it's a lot higher in price than the American dollar, if I remember right.
I think so. I think you're right.
So it's still a lot. It's still like probably $3,000 to fix eyes.
I know, it's shitty. In fact, so shitty.
So yeah.
Why do people do what they do?
I don't know, but actually, there's an interesting thing I want to talk about. So we recently, it's probably uploaded by now if it's by the time this is done recording and uploaded. We recently did a tier list on our we did the top Cartoon Network cartoons, And we had everyone from our Discord. So there you go. If you guys want to participate, you can join us on our Discord where we chat, talk about some of the new stuff. We've been posting stuff on some of the Super Bowl commercials and stuff like that. We're not going to be talking about Super Bowl deals. But yeah, what we did was this past Saturday, we were all there, and one of us randomly started talking about some cartoons from our past, and we decided let's do a quick tier list. So we found one that had a reasonable amount of them, and we ranked them. So if you want to go find out what our thoughts on our top Cartoon Network cartoons, go check it out. It should be on the link in the description, or go to the Tyrant Dominus YouTube channel, and you can find out where we ranked Cartoon Network cartoons. But that's not the only tier list we are going to be working on. We're going to be probably doing one every other week. We're going to try to see which ones we're going to do. I think the next one we're going to be doing is either Disney movies or what was the other one? Disney TV shows. So we don't know which one we're doing. It's going to be voted in the Discord, so join us if you want to be a part of it. What would you want, Liz?
I think the movies. I definitely, well, that's where I grew up in. Disneyland Central, man. So that, I think that would be, I would be able to get into.
But yeah, that's going to be, and also I think we're going to be doing Saturday morning cartoons. That's one I've given. So we're going to be doing that. Like, well, you used to watch every morning, like it's like we call them Saturday morning cartoons, but there's like cartoons you did like every morning, like ate with cereal or whatever you did as a kid. We're going to be doing one of those lists too. So those are our two main lists. Eventually we'll do, as far as the Disney stuff, we'll do that one eventually. But we have to decide which Disney one, Saturday morning cartoons. But go check out our Cartoon Network cartoons tier list. And the reason I want to say that is because I want to talk about The Bachelor a little bit.
That show. I hate that show.
So The Bachelor is one of those mainstay shows that, for some apparent reason, the entire country and beyond watches, and it is basically a failed experiment as far as this thing. But why does America still watch it? Before we read the article, what are your thoughts on The Bachelor and shows similar to The Bachelor?
I think the most ridiculous thing, he put a lot of pressure on somebody to kind of fall in love within, what is it, like a month? Like, that's not how it goes. It's not going to happen that quickly. I mean, of course, women are so petty and they are so competitive about getting this one guy. It's like, really? I can't stand it. I am like, women should be standing up for each other and, putting each other in first and all that and just lifting each other up. But no, they gotta no, I just can't do it. It's just not me. It's just not me.
What about shows similar to even like The Bachelorette and stuff like that?
No, again, the same concept. I don't like it,
Did you, in any of your time, did you ever watch shows similar to that, in that same concept where it's like an individual going after some person?
No.
None? Never. You never fell into that trap.
Mm.
There was a couple I did watch. There was I think I watched one season of, what was the one that Flavor Flav was on?
Oh yeah, I think I might have watched a couple episodes of that. I don't remember the time of love, Flavor, but he wound up. Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
There's multiple seasons of that, so it never works. Then there's a lot. There's a lot. The concept is pretty simple. The concept is there's one individual who the contestants are gunning for, and they're trying to get, quote, their love, quotes. And why do people still watch this? That's the question. Why do you think people watch it?
I think they like it. It's just like Survivor. I mean, I think it's kind of like survivorship. It's like who can get this guy, and they're gonna be worth millions and have the best wedding life or get married and have the best life afterwards. Did that work? No, obviously. It's not. It's too rushed. It's too informal. It's not like learning the actual person who they are for what they are. So
So this is what this is saying. Amassing 3.8 million views during season 26 premiere of The Bachelor, it is a hit among the demographic between 18 to 49-year-old viewer demographic, skewing largely towards often Christian middle-aged women. You. The series has spawned the series has spawned cultish online communities referring to as the Bachelor Nation, which thrives off the series, organized chaos and drama. There's like even multiple podcasts dedicated to this show. Like, it's crazy. The question that remains is whether this experience is a successful or even intentional, as it purports to be, why America continues to eat the Bachelor franchise. It's on season 26. So
crazy.
It's just
The last 20 years of our lives have been dominated by TV.
I don't care about that. I'm pro television and watching stuff. I don't care what people say. But it's one of those things. As much as I can talk, I've watched this stuff. I've seen this. It's just the drama. We're just watching the drama. People just want to see drama. That's why people watch soap operas. That's what people watch. It's just, quote, real drama. Like, it might not be real.
I have enough drama in my life. I don't need any more drama.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. It's people watch the drama on The Bachelor and shows similar to that to escape the drama in their lives. And I can see that. That's one of the reasons. If you can escape your own livelihood to just watch some people try to fight over an individual, or people try to backstab each other, like, that's an hour of your day you don't have to, like, worry about whatever you're worrying about. So, but yeah, it's Bachelor making its way, and it's just there's just such a following on it. Like, I don't think I've ever watched The Bachelor, honestly. Like,
I've seen blips of it. For meme reasons, let's see. I've watched it because somebody had it on, like just blips of it, but I walked out of the room because it's like something that doesn't appeal to me. I know it's one of my good friends' favorite shows, and I just like, nope, that's not my thing. Not my thing whatsoever.
Okay, let's see here. There's something that happened apparently in the third episode. Okay, in recent seasons of The Bachelorette, the pursuit of love has been marred with trigger warnings. Apparently, they're adding trigger warnings now. As of 2021, leads Katie Thurston and Michelle Young called for vulnerability from contestants. The men began sharing their deepest, darkest secrets or family history. Wait, what? Okay. During the third episode of Thurston's season, contestants sat in a circle on a tense group date, sharing moments from their past, ranging from struggles with alcoholism to infidelity. Thurston shared that she is a survivor of sexual assault essay, and that the network didn't include trigger warnings on this episode when it aired on June 21st. Jamie Scar from Young's season shared the intimate details of his childhood and his mother passing with unaliving herself, and the network added warnings after the episode. So I can understand there's a lot that can be triggered. Like, we should probably start adding, I don't know, should we start adding trigger warnings? You decide. Let us know. Should we add trigger warnings, audience? Or like,
yeah.
You think so?
I don't know if we have trigger warnings. I mean, we talk about random everything. So,
True.
But if our audience think we do, please.
Okay.
I would like to hear their opinion.
Okay, I'm gonna leave a poll on this episode. If you made it somehow this far, we'll probably. Should we add? I don't know. Should I add it to this episode? I'll add it to both episodes. We'll add it to this episode and the beginning of the next episode, because people probably as far as we've talked this far, there's probably been so much trigger stuff we've said before.
Yeah.
So we'll start the next episode with a talk about the trigger warnings and stuff like that, and see if our audience wants it. Because if our audience wants it, it only takes a little bit of time to find, like, kind of like jot down, like, oh, we talked about this, talked about this, and we'll like, as much as we joke and everything, these are some serious matters. People who unalive themselves, people that have experienced essay. These are like serious things. Like people who have like had troubled childhood. It brings up memories, and it does quote trigger. As much as I don't like the name, the wording at this point, it's become quite cringe. Even the word cringe has become cringe. It's pretty base.
Damn, I'm still using that word.
Bruh.
My name is Jeff.
So it's just like we want to do our best to like facilitate to our audience as best we can. We want to like at least do that. If you guys don't care, we'll continue not doing it. So saves work for me. But yeah, but it's just crazy to see people still flock to the show, and I don't think it's ever gonna go away. This concept's never gonna go away. It's just gonna continue until
Random bullshit. Venting.
Yeah. So yeah, do you think it's ever gonna go away?
I like this. This is my my one-time hobby.
So, all right then. Is there anything else before we get into some of the spicy stuff?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so,
Okay.
unless you have some.
I was looking through some of these. Some of them aren't that like crazy or anything, and we're kind of getting towards the time. So let's get into. Which one should we do?
Am I the asshole?
Should we do asshole or should we just do one or two of Am I the Asshole or Today I Fucked Up?
Let's do one of each, huh? I'm gonna do a gamble.
Which one do you want to do first?
Today I fucked up. Let's do that one.
Okay, so we're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna look the top of this week and we're gonna roll the dice and see what we get. Yeah, it's been working out, surprisingly.
Yep.
So this week, we always roll a 6-sided dice. See what we got from this week's. Let's see here. And the number is 3. So the third one of this week. Let's see here. That's a add, so that doesn't count. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I will share it with you so you can read along. Okay, so do you want to read this one or do you want to read the Am I the Asshole one?
Why don't you read this one? I'll read the next one. How's that?
Okay. Did I give you the right one? Oh wow, this is big. I didn't even read the. I didn't even read it.
That's awesome.
Okay. Today I fucked up by getting caught in the bedroom by our daughter. I guess I technically fucked up a few days ago, but just learned about it yesterday. Being parents of a 8-year-old, it can be hard to find time to be intimate unless it's 2 a.m. A few days ago, 2? It says 3. I said 2. Didn't I say 2? Whatever. Anyway.
I said agreed. Agreed.
Oh, I thought I heard 2. Whatever. A few days ago, our daughter was very busy watching a movie in the living room, so we thought we might be safe to sneak in to the bedroom and lock the door. Unbeknownst to us, wrong. Yesterday, as I picked up our daughter, daughter from school after a care program, one of the teachers pulled me aside and said that they had been telling all her classmates that you had put a mouse problem in your house. She said that she went looking for you and your wife the other night, and your bedroom door was locked, so she couldn't get in, but she heard a lot of squeaking noise through the door. She said we must have a lot of mice in there. I'm sure the horrified look on my face was hilarious at the time, but it was a bit of a surprise. I thought we had gotten away with it. So basically, the daughter heard them having sex and told the class and her teacher about it. It's one of those little like things. It's. I think I would say it's a rite of passage for parents. No.
Yeah. I've been fortunate.
How unfortunate. Like, that's never happened to you, has it?
I've been very
That
fortunate because
that
I
you know of.
coordinated it right.
Get the schedules right. Where's the we get the lines, everything. Like, okay, she's there. She's
Okay, she's in school. I got this amount of hours by myself. Let's go.
Bruh.
there. So, oh man, that's funny. Well, to them, you did fuck up a little bit, but yeah, you tried your best. You can only do so much. But let's see let's see kind
At
of
least you
what
didn't hear the panting or the groaning or the moaning.
just the screen. Man, I think they just need a better bed frame and mattress.
Or do it on the floor. You can't get caught on the floor. Just a nice soft blanket. You're good.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, that is funny. That is funny. Perfect for a Valentine's episode.
Hell yeah.
Sadly,
Hell yeah.
This post Valentine's. So, okay, then you're gonna read the next one. So we are gonna do the last one for this episode this week. Time to roll the dice.
What's the number?
2. So the second one, not the best one, the second best. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna copy and paste it. Oh, this is kind of just that's not as spicy, but it's nice. Okay. Oh, it's long. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I can read it. Am I the asshole for embarrassing a lunch thief at work? So pretty much the title. I don't think I am the A, but I've been getting some flack for it for really wanting to clear this up. So I started a new job recently. I work in a small studio. There are several others in the building. Think open plan office with sections assigned to each studio. The person I had an altercation with doesn't work for my studio, just FYI. I eat lunch at the 1-ish, and most people eat at 12. I came down early at 12, and I made coffee while at the counter, noticed my Tupperware in the sink, empty. Imagine my surprise when I turned around and saw a man I didn't know sitting there at the table with my food on his plate. He just stuck it in the microwave, acting rashly. Since I was mad, I sat down next to him and said, "Hey, that looks good. Mind if I try it?" Then, before waiting for an answer, I yanked the plate away from him and snapped the fork from his hand. He just blinked in shock as I did the other people there as I started eating. He then quite loudly asked what I thought I was doing and replied, this is actually much better when I first cooked it. It probably lost some flavor in the fridge. He caught on quickly that it was my food, and I went a little red. I then asked him where he got the gall to steal someone else's lunch, and then asked them what they're doing when they took it back. He started out some nonsense about not knowing it was mine. I replied, "Well, you know it wasn't yours, right?" He just mumbled something like an apology and said, "No problem. It was nice he warmed it up for me at least," and in a admittedly bitchy tone, and then he got up and left, and the people just stared in silence. 2 of the silent watchers, maybe his mates, I don't know, told me that I was rude to him and there had been a nicer way to go about it. I told him to think that how I felt if someone ate their food before saying they could focus on their lunch, and I'll focus on mine. Well, it's been a little awkward at lunch since, and I have the impression of few people are talking shite about me at work now. Maybe I could have been nicer, sure. I still don't think I was wrong, but tell me, Reddit, am I the asshole?
Okay, we'll stop there. So, I'll be honest, that I personally never have had that issue. Has that ever happened to you?
Thankfully, because we were told very strictly whenever that happened, yeah.
Okay, so reading this and kind of just reading a little bit of context clue, I think he was just a little bit too much aggressive, right? A little bit.
That's my thought. Aggressive, but he's not the asshole. He was pointing out that it was his food. I mean, granted, should have had his name on the Tupperware, but again, I don't think this guy would have cared.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. It just there's a point, and this is my opinion. There's a point where you can be the person who points it out, but you can immediately ruin the way people view you, the way you address something. If you literally, like, if I would have saw that, like, dude, that guy's a complete dick. Like, you didn't have to be that big of an asshole. See? Like, if he would have said, like, hey, dude, that's my food. Why'd you take it? Like, from my perspective, from hearing this, it sounded like this guy just yanked it and then told him off. And it could have been just two different people with kind of this, like, because some people have this just kind of, what's the best way to put it?
Blunt.
Yeah. Like, blunt persona, where they're just, like, straightforward. I know a few people like that. And they'll tell you as it is. So, and they can come off as assholes when they're just trying to say some statement, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could have been done a little bit more, I would say,
Polite.
PG.
Politely.
Polite. Yeah, polite. No, he stole his food. I'm not gonna say polite. But there's this middle ground where you're not the asshole. But here, you go.
I really think could have done it a better way. Yes, I agree. But at the same time, he was trying to make a point, like, hey, this isn't your food. I don't know what the person's home situation's like, but again, I don't think it's right for him to go stealing food. Bet you they live probably near some good restaurants, if not fast food places, that this guy could have gotten food from. And now with all those DoorDashes and Uber Eats, he could have had his food delivered to him. I don't know. I just think it sucks that, people are, it's so day and age. I mean, I still see TikTok videos of people putting ghost peppers or habanero peppers in their lunch just because they're tired of people eating their food.
Oh my god, I did something crazy and I can't ever say it. So
he could have just done that kind of trick and just stuck him.
So I'm reading some of the comments. The best comment I've seen so far, the top comment, is crazy. The commenter said, "Not the asshole. You are an absolute baller. Honestly, you handled it in an epic fashion. Don't think of anybody is going to mess with you from now on. Don't worry about the whisperers. I reckon most likely will deep down respect you more. Well, at least I would if I worked there. Good job." There is that thing now that he is that person that you don't fuck with. Like, yeah, he's just like, he's that guy. Like, there's people like that. I think we've worked with a couple of people who are like, that I'm not gonna mess with that guy, or I don't want to associate with that individual, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he just became that guy. Like, yeah, don't worry.
He put his foot down. I mean, you don't steal his food. I mean, there are people who actually do. Like, I'm one of those people. I make meals and I have leftovers the next day at work because that's how we plan. So it's our cost. It's our saving of money. We're not spending money, extravagantly. We're trying to be frugal. So, and that person could be in that set. This is my money. I spent this money. I made this food. Yeah,
exactly. But yeah. So I think we both agree. You say he's not the asshole. I say he's slightly the asshole, and he could have done a little bit better. But he got his food back. No one's gonna mess with him anymore. So more power to him, right? There you go. So yeah, we're gonna call it there. Everyone, thanks again for listening. As always, go check our merch. The Valentine one is gonna be probably gone soon by the time this gets uploaded. So get it as soon as possible. And then merch.tyrantdominus.com. If you want to be part of put in your voice for the next tier list, or just want to come hang out with us, join us on our Discord. Anything else, Liz?
No, I think you said it all.
If you want to just follow us on our socials, you can follow me and Liz on TikTok. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you want to do that. Those links are down below. All the links are down there. But yeah, come hang out. Let us know about trigger warnings and all that jazz. Hope you guys have fun. Until next time, see ya.
Bye.
me.